Hello, here's a new shader that I've created called the color swap shader used on an existing character pack I made. So what we can see is some characters and I've changed their colors through the shader. So let's look at this alien blob guy. If I choose his color swap material, and I'll just duplicate it to make a new one and I'll apply that, and what you'll see is this little overall effect slider to change from the way it was to the color changes. And I've detected the colors that I want to change with these first swatches and this kind of fall off amount. I've got it to a good level, so now I can change these colors to whatever I like. So just these second colors here, and can come up with a pretty unique looking texture at the end of the day. Can also even change the blacks to whites and the whites to blacks to get a kind of negative look, and that's quite freaky. And change this to whatever you want, and change the ranges so you can go a bit further with each. You can also change the gloss value inside the alpha channel here. And also the metallic value in the alpha channel of the third color. So maybe give them like a gold belly. And make this one maybe like a dark. Okay, if you want a bit more tolerance, you can move the color around so it picks up different things. So it's going to swap to that blue tone and the range here. I've also got an overall metalness and gloss, and you can change it in and out of the effect. There's also emissiveness to make it brighter, and multiply in base just takes the texture here and multiplies it into the overall effect, so you can kind of get a little bit of the original tones back. Might not work so well with something that's got full colour in it, but something a bit more grayscale would work. And there you go, change them up quite a bit. You should change this range quite easily and see what the other colours are doing. I think it's quite a nice little effect. Let's make that dark. So let's take another good one is the ninja. I'll show you the mask effect so that you can keep the skin tones intact. There's this mask that corresponds to the texture, so where this is black is roughly where the skin is. That means it's not going to let this effect through, so it's protecting the skin tones. Let me just choose that, add it to them, so you can see there's the original, and then to this red. That means it's easy enough to make, you know, a new coloured ninja character. Just change these three values. So there you've got a blue ninja, and again you can increase these ranges to see if they give a better result, and also these alpha sliders for a soft fall off. And if you want, muck around with the tones here. shiny, glossy, get some gloss in here. I think that's pretty cool. So I've done the same with each of these. I've just changed their overall effect, so let me just go from the original. That's the original colours, and this is the new tones, and you can go anywhere in between if you want. But it's a good way of customizing your own without having to go into the texture and do any sort of weird things. It's similar to the magic wand tool in GIMP or Photoshop, where you choose a colour and there's a certain tolerance, then you can change it, but it's all driven through this simple little shader. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, you get the colour shader with the colour swap shader, you get it with the low poly characters pack that I did a couple of years ago, and it's a good way to sort of bring it up to date. And also it's sold separately if you want to use it for other things. There's also another shader version of it which deals with your normal map and metal gloss, so that you can use it for more kind of detailed characters, and you'll see that in the actual colour swap asset store page. There'll be a video that details that. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye now.